Hello there, and welcome back to Spain. Last time, we fought a war against Burgundy, in which we won, and we got a union with, Savoy. Or we more or less just, more specifically, we made sure that we would keep our union with Savoy. What we're currently doing is fighting a war against Persia for the sole purpose of growing Baluchistan. And apparently there are some Baluchistan not peasant, patriots. So what we'll be doing this time is probably just continue that war. We also have another problem at hand, and that is the fact that we have a female heir, and that is potentially a very nasty thing to have, because I could potentially lose the throne, and since it's just one small step away, it's kind of really annoying. But nothing really I can do with it. So for now, we'll just go ahead and get ourselves the peace deal with the Persians here, growing Baluchistan. I'll also go ahead and sell the provinces that I can to my my vassals here. So that is all fine and dandy. So there we go. Bamanis have gotten their last one, and Mali, Vinagia left. Afghanistan has entered. I honestly don't get how this works, because these guys have they have almost 600 regrets of expansion, but they still decided to leave. So basically, they're more likely to join when they actually have aggressive expansion, but it seems like it doesn't really matter at all. So that is a interesting side note. But the positive thing here is that Vinaya is now basically sealed their own fate, because I will be declaring war on them as soon as I can. That will basically say after I have sold these two to Baluchistan, then we'll definitely be going for a holy war. No, wait, I do have a Casus Belli still, so it's not a problem. We'll be going for a war against Vinagia next, and sell the provinces to Bamanis, and we'll also be trying to get to a point where we can actually integrate both Aragon and Guyenne rather soon. Because, well, if I can't do that, then I'll put myself in a kind of a dangerous situation. So it'll be interesting to see if we can actually make something out of it, but we should be able to. So for now, sell these. Wow. Sell the two provinces, not just hover them. There we go, sell one, and so we'll sell the other. As I said, once this is done, we'll definitely declare a war on Vinagia. There's still a couple 4 years or so until I can actually get rid of both Aragon and Guyenne again. Let's see here, just take a quick little check to be completely sure. 5th of January 1712 is the current date for the start of the annexations, so we still have time. We'll also be trying to keep Austria in our good graces, so I can actually keep them happy and safe, happy allied, and potentially then get them through the Roman Empire. I have no idea. We'll simply have to wait and see how it turns out. But for now, I'll be focusing on trying to fighting wars. We'll see how it goes. Well, this is not what I want to do, but we have declared war on Vinagia, and it should be a fairly easy win. Also, well, it should be a fair win against Vinagia, that's not a problem here, but apparently since Assam joined in, so did the rest of the coalition, Madurai, Nepal, and that's it. Not too many joined in. I believe that actually is the extent of the coalition, so no, Afghanistan joined. So it seems like anyone who actually is allied that is in a coalition will actually act as if a coalition. The coalition itself won't join in. So positively, if you tag someone who isn't in a coalition and a coalition member is right in and they're allied with coalition members, they'll work as just one country. And that is kind of an interesting mechanic, to be honest. Kind of like how I'd like to see the coalition mechanic work, but it's still kind of hard to actually get any land out of it. So if they want to act it like that way, then they shouldn't act like a complete country in terms of pay. It should cost a little bit, but not as much as it does now. If it was one pure country, I'd say that it should be very low, but since they are basically two countries, add it all together and then take half of it. That would be that would actually be a fair deal if you ask me. So that's my views on that. But for now, I'll simply fight Vinagia. I'll simply end up taking all 5 of these provinces just to get it done. I'll have some overextension for a while, but it should be fine really. So we'll see how things go. Level 24 admin tech. The Graham Depot has been reached, and that is actually a pretty damn sweet building, because as you can see here, land force is modifier plus 10%, and land maintenance minus 10%, so it makes basically army a lot cheaper. So we are going to build this thing straight away. And that's that. Also, war is going pretty well in this area. I do have some rebels that needs to be dealt with, but nothing severe. So I guess I'll just get that done straight away. I'm a little bit unsure how it actually works if I annex Vinagia right now, if I'll actually get Bundled Canned as a vassal or not, but hopefully I will not, because that would actually be kind of annoying. But I'll simply have to wait and see what ends up happening. I'll probably take not Madurai. I'll probably allow Madurai to live for the time being. I'll probably take a couple of Sam's provinces, hand it over to Berar, simply to grow them a little bit as well. So with that as well, the plan, we'll see how things actually wind up. I decided to unlock the regimental system, another defensive idea. The maintenance modifier minus 10%. This is due to the fact that the cost of military attack was at a whopping 900. So no real reason to actually get it just yet. So land maintenance modifier, we're making even more money. So we'll won't actually have any monetary issues for some time, I think. But for now, we'll just continue the war. And it should be, as you might imagine, a solid victory here. I'm pretty sure we'll actually go straight for Portugal once this is done. Or we might actually just take the safe route here and wait until we can start the annexations before we declare the next war. It'll probably be a year of peace, but we should be able to make it work out just fine. Vinagia has been completely sieged. I simply need to get a little bit more war score against Assam, and then we'll end this, I guess. So a couple more sieges and then we're done. Vinagia has been annexed, and as a result we actually got Bundled Canned here as a vassal. And the end result of this, I actually believe, is that I will go ahead and annex Berar. I do have Bundled Canned now, and I believe they are Hindu as well. So that's not actually a problem. And also by annexing Berar, I'll be able to start wars against Malwa and Afghanistan, because I can have fabricated claims. So I can't fabricate claims with Malwa right now, but it doesn't really matter. So instead of Berar, we'll change them up with Bundled Canned. It's kind of a risky move because as you see, aggressive expansion, so there will be a vassal for the remainder of the game, unfortunately, but that's the only way I can actually make it work. So we'll also take these two provinces from Assam, should work out just fine, but unfortunately we'll have to continue the war a little bit longer to convince them to give us that. So we'll soon be done. There we're done. Assam accepted our peace offer. Assam will cede Jharkhand and Bengal Delta to Spain, and that is good. We'll also then just start the annexation of these guys, and I'll have to hand over the lands pretty soon just to make sure that I don't get a ton of rebels. But it shouldn't be an issue. We'll be handing it over more or less straight away. So I'll just have to wait for my these guys to get back home, and I'll probably actually have to spend about a year simply to get these provinces off my hands, and as such I can't actually declare war anyways. So for now, Toulouse and Aragon will simply have to wait. I believe I have the required, I do have the required relation bonus, so I might as well just have them stop the relation improvements. I can sell off the provinces even quicker, which would be of course a good thing to do. So for now we'll actually have all our troops join up in that province, so I can once again make them or separate them, I guess I should say. Economy action, sell province. And of course these guys got overextended, which is horrible by me. But I think I can sell both of these to these guys, so I should hopefully be fine. If not, then, well, that's that, I guess. But we'll see how it goes. Admin Tech 25, improved production has been reached. Production efficiency increased by another 10%. Next level we'll get another set of ideas, which is quite good. But for now I think we'll invest military power in this one. We'll probably also invest some diplomatic power into this one to get trade up. We're currently making 105 ducats a month. Not too bad, but of course we'd like to earn more. So let's see, where are we actually making money? Making some money in Sevilla, making some money in Bordeaux. I might actually have to see what I'll do here, because since we have complete control over the trade nodes in South America, money is being sent here, which is then being sent to Caribbean. So yeah, this is probably the best thing, but I need to, I think, try and retain some more money in Bordeaux itself. But for now I'm sending it to sorry, Sevilla. But as you can see, everything is either being sent to Caribbean here, and then it's being sent further to Bordeaux. Why am I saying Bordeaux? Sevilla. And we're doing the exact same thing here, I believe. No, we're steering towards Bordeaux. Might actually want to just collect there. We'll consider it and see what happens. But for now, we'll just continue. We're still a couple of years away from having these guys annexed, so we'll probably just annex and release one of them. That should be enough to actually get that next level. I believe we're missing. Yeah, we need 2 more electors to change sides here, and if we manage to pull that off, then we'll be able to. Well, may take that next step. So we'll go ahead and improve relations with as many as possible, and that should help us out. That should help us out quite a bit. We'll see who's missing and try and boost our relations with them. Military attack 25 metallurgy has been reached. With it, we get a boost to artillery fire by 2 whole points and artillery shock by 0.1. Also, we well, not really that much going on right now. We still working towards getting our electors to vote for us, or electors to vote for the reform. But we are closing in, so it shouldn't be too long now. Aragon has been integrated once again, and with that, I think we actually are in a fairly good position to actually just release them and then force to proclaim Erbkaisertum, because, well, in theory, that should be all that's necessary to actually pull that off. So I guess we'll just go ahead and do that. We'll, of course, get rid of these fleets first. Making money now because I'm severely over my force limits, mostly just the fact that I'm releasing the areas that actually lower my force, or make my force limits go up. And what I'm doing now is basically just getting myself into trouble. I don't really need this transport fleet anymore, so might as well just kill it off. And I definitely do not need these fleets down here, so I'll just kill them 2 off. But we'll go ahead and release Aragon again. I know it's kind of a cheesy way of doing it, but right now there is no other way to actually boost my imperial authority high enough, quick enough to actually make this work, so we kind of have to. But at the very least now we can proclaim Erbkaisertum, and with that we get imperial authority plus 25%, and members get 1 diplomat less. Should be fair enough. But at the very least now, the Holy Roman Empire is inherited by my country every single time, and that is definitely of benefit here. I can basically now not care about what everyone else feels like. I could potentially go ahead and just annex everyone, but I won't do that. I'll be trying to do or use this trick back and forth quite a lot, simply to make this work. I have enough money saved up, so it's not really a problem losing a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there. So all in all, it should in the end be beneficial. 242 is not too great of an heir, but she'll do, I guess. But once we get that next level, that is going to be the most interesting one. So I definitely need to keep my relations with the Austrians high, in an attempt to simply keep them to some extent happy with my rule, and thus keep them in my not in my good graces, but basically just make them do what I want. That's basically it, and hopefully it will work out as I do intend it to. So we'll release Guyenne once again, and that gives us now 25 imperial authority due to the boost. So that's quite good. The only problem now is that, as you can see here, the next member of the Holy Roman Empire. So after this round, as I call it, I'll simply just release Guyenne to make this work, because there's no real reason for me to release too much when I'm actually not getting any benefits from it. So I'll just release Guyenne a 10-year cycle. I do have enough time to do something like that, so it's not really too much of a problem. And also, of course, that gives it enough time to actually cool down the annexed member of the Holy Roman Empire problem. So all in all, it's probably the best way of making sure that I will be able to pull this off in time. And otherwise, I don't really know how I would do it. Because if I were to wait for imperial authority in the, how should I put this, the traditional way, it would never work. But at the very least now I do have one beneficial thing I can do. I need to get someone back home here, so I will be borrowing the guy I sent to Aragon here. That should work out just fine. We'll be, of course, enforcing religious unity. The Crusades ended in year 1650. So unfortunately I can't do that. Well, that's good to know. You couldn't just Well, I probably did and I just didn't pay attention, but that's simply how it is. But at least now we are getting closer. There are 2 more things to pull. At this rate, I should be able to do it in 40 and 80 years. Worst case scenario, that is 1 country released every decade. But we'll have to see. It'll give them time to burn away all of the negativities with it. So I don't really see it as a issue. But unfortunately, this is the end of this episode. We have gotten 1 step closer. And hopefully we can get and go before too long. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye.